Peace and love. Sending you all positive energy, high vibrations, success on your entrepreneurship, all love, all positivity. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You hit the like button and you leave me any comments or questions in my description below. Today, I'm going to be speaking about the red spirit animal, red Cardinal. Beautiful energy. I love those birds. They are so beautiful. And on my journey, I just had started off, and I was in the middle of transitioning over from letting go of what no longer serves me, okay? Relocating out of my hometown, okay? Getting uncomfortable at the time. So, I had to let go of things that no longer served me, okay? Let go of people that no longer serves me. And by me being a loyal individual, by me first being familiar and just having an understanding of spiritual discernment and wasn't ready. This was my beginning of my spiritual discernment. So, my type of sign, I hold Aquarius energy. We loyal and we do not like letting go of people that we attach to. We just don't. We just loyal individuals and we just cling on. We hold on to people. We love them. We love hard. We just real individuals like that. So that was a very transformational time for me. 2:02 on the clock. So to let you all know, I always speak about what was resonating with me. 2:12 on the clock. As I was seeing the spirit animal. Okay. So at this transformational time, I was in the middle of moving. So the first time that I actually saw the red Cardinal, okay, it was snowing. Okay, it was like we had got like 3 inches in my hometown. And it was beautiful outside, but it was snowy. And I happened to look out my window, and it was a really bright red, plumped. He was chunky too. He was chunky. I still had a picture of him on my phone to this day. And I took a picture of him. I was like, he is so pretty. So imagine all this white, pretty snow, and then a red Cardinal sitting there. So it was just beautiful. But I was in the middle of learning how to do shadow work. I had did some shadow work. I was releasing what no longer served me. I was right in the middle of a twin flame experience. This was a tense one. This was a chromatic one. You know, it was a learning experience for me. So I was balancing polarity. I was balancing my highs and also my lows at this time. So it was like I saw that red Cardinal. It was something beautiful. And it just brought joy to me as I saw it and I took the picture. But I was in the middle. Shadow work, like I said. Transformational time. Moving. Letting go what no longer serves me. So this was actually the darkest time of my spiritual journey around this time. So I then left my hometown and I went to Alabama, okay? And in Alabama, 4:24 on the clock. Alabama, the red Cardinals are native, okay? So I was in the middle of initiation, okay? But I was happy because I got away, you know, and I was able to experience something different, you know. So the energy of seeing red Cardinals often for me, it just brought joy to me because probably out of that time that I seen that red cornel just before I had left my hometown, I probably had saw like in my lifetime in my hometown maybe a total of 3. Now, to get in a tropical area where they are native and just to see the beauty of them, because the color, red, it just reminds me of love. Also, the root chakra, and like I said, I was doing shadow work. I was battling, dark times. So when I see it, I just see beauty. I see light. I see positive energy. Okay. It's also symbolic to an ancient ancestor. Okay. Also, there's a higher power guiding you. Okay. So always be familiar with that. So to actually go out and for me to be experiencing some of the darkest moments in my life and to see them, it brought joy to me. Like it really did. Like it was just positive energy and love. And I got so many pictures. And then I got down to actually Alabama, and I was in my second twin flame connection. That was transformational, and I ended up writing a poem about the red cornel. It was really interesting. And then when we see the red dark ones and they don't have nothing else but just like red and black, they are symbolic to the male spirit. Okay, a male family member or male ancestors. And when we see the red and brown ones, them are the females. Okay, always be familiar with that. So then they're also symbolic to the blood of Christ. So just know that in every religion there is a righteous pathway. Okay, so Jesus Christ was known as a healer. Okay, he was known as to practice forgiveness. He fed the hungry. Okay, he was also a leader. So this could be a sign that you are a leader. You are positive. Okay, you are loving. Okay. Also, when we think of the red cornels, they are symbolic to some of the pastors in church. They're known as to be the red cornels. Okay, similar to the high priest. Also, when we think of red cornels, they are connected with encouragement. Okay, like I said, I was seeing them. I was battling my highs and my lows at the time. It's a sign to show us to persevere through the bad times. Red cornels go through all seasons. Okay, rain, summer, winter, fall. They out all year round. So this shows us to persevere. Don't give up. They are a sign of encouragement, okay, to show us to keep going. And then they have a great beauty. They have the great color that we can resonate with, and it just brings warmness and joy to my heart when I see them, okay. They're also known to be strong and hard fighters. They don't give up. Okay, they're known to be really aggressive, okay, during the spring because they protect the young and also their mates, okay. They're known to be in committed relationships from once they are alive until they end up going to the afterlife, okay. They keep committed relationships. They're known to live as long as 15 to 16 years, some only 3 years, okay. So always be familiar with that. They're native to the east and also the south, okay. And it was just great energy once I moved and I'm in a tropical area and I could see these beautiful birds. It's like, yes. And then also they known to be bold creatures, okay. And it reminds me of Aries energy, okay, because they bold, okay, and they connected with fire. So when I see red, I think of fire. also root chakra, okay, and also being bold. Now, I can get pictures all day long of the red corners, okay, and they just out. They just want to be seen. They just out in the spotlight. They don't care. But those blue jays, they hold another energy. I love blue jays, and they kind of like, they native down here, but where I'm at now. But I think they more native over in Alabama. I saw tons of them, and you cannot catch a picture of them. They so beautiful, but they move fast. They move real fast. So I'll say, just in comparing those two, those red corners are more bold. They more want to be seen, okay, and they move slow. Comparing them to, and I'm gonna do a video actually on the blue jay spirit animal as well. Okay, so always be familiar with that. When we think of the red corners, it's also a sign that we could be in initiation. We could be going through a challenging moment. 11:11 on the clock. Don't give up, okay? Persevere through that hard time and just have the understanding. The challenging moments, the dark moments, they don't last forever. But when we are ascending to a higher level of consciousness, this is when we usually see spirit animals, okay? We start becoming aware of there is a message through all channels in the universe, all signals, the trees, the birds, the bees, the animals. They all have unique talents, and they all have a meaning. To everything in the universe has a meaning, you know, and it's a meaning to it, and it shows us, you know, we're going to have traumatic experiences. We're going to have things that we don't like. We're going to have things that no longer serves us, where we have to discern and let them go. Whether they're material possessions, whether they're people, whether they're loved ones, we have to let them go in order to grow and ascend on our path. Okay, so this red spirit animal, also known as an ancestor or a family member that has went on to another dimension, shows us that we are protected. Okay, we could be going through initiation, okay, but to persevere and just know that the challenging moments shape our character. Okay, like I said, I went through the twin flame experience, intense. If we don't get our heart broken, then how will we be able to truly love? 13:13 on the clock. If we don't fall, how we gonna learn how to get up? You know, so it takes step at a time. Okay, it takes hard work and dedication, like Saturn, when we're dealing with spirituality. But 333 just passed the clock. Just know that everything happens for its reason, in divine timing, divine planning. So don't panic. Okay, this is a sign to relax, self-discern, stay encouraged. Okay, keep on battling whatever challenging moment, traumatic moment comes in your life, and just know that you can overcome it. Okay, you can overcome your experience by accepting it, acknowledging it, discerning it, and letting it go. Okay, when we accept things, that's when we're able to just release it. Okay, not saying it won't come up again, but we're able to release it. 333 on the clock in order to grow. Okay, and say, okay, this happened, and I'm okay with it now that it happened. 444 on the clock, and I released it. I released it so it won't hinder my growth. Okay? It will not stop me on ascending to a higher level of love, of peace, of clarity. Okay? And that's what it's all about. So, when you see the spirit animal, red cornel, just know it's all good. After the dark, there's always light. Okay? After the darkness, it's always a brighter day ahead. Also, I was releasing, letting go of what no longer serves me. I was in the dark and I was releasing with tears, and they was just rolling down my face. And I probably was just like sitting there releasing. And I looked over on a DVD player, and E's just kept popping up, like how my hand blinking. I don't know how it came up, but I know who it was. It was the ancient ancestors. And that's how I knew it's a higher force guiding me. They here. 606. I know it. And they telling me it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But they give us 16 on the clock. Those experiences to learn, grow, and elevate, and to build our character. We got to shape our character by experiencing those times. We just have to. So just always be familiar with that. This is great energy. This is love. This is positivity. Also darkness. But there is nothing that you cannot get through. I love you all. And I'm sending you all positive energy. Great vibes. And I'll be back with more. I love you. Peace and love.